Every year, 250,000 young girls, some even as young as 2, go to participate in beauty pageants to be judged by their looks. This was written by Amanda Walker in the 2015 article titled "Inside the $5 billion Industry of Childhood Beauty Pageants." The big hair, dresses, fake tan, and makeup may look like fun, but think of the false ideas those things are putting in young girls' heads. Beauty pageants may look like all fun and games, but in reality, they are detrimental to the self-image of girls younger than the age of 18. Once girls are 18, they are legal adults and mature enough to understand that beauty pageants are not everything. Since these young girls who participate in pageants are constantly being judged by their looks, they are more susceptible to low self-esteem and can develop mental health problems. I've never participated in beauty pageants, but I have watched plenty of the hit TLC show titled Toddlers and Tiaras, which really shined a light on the childhood beauty pageant industry. Today I'm going to talk about the expense, how beauty pageants show girls off in sexual ways, and how they are detrimental to the self-image of young girls. First, I'm going to talk about the ridiculous expense of beauty pageants, but some parents are willing to pay the price. According to a 2002 story titled "The Cost of Winning a Beauty Pageant" on BrightRate.com by Tamar Fleshman, the entry fee for a beauty pageant can be anywhere from $25 to $500, and that's just the price you pay to get in. There are more expenses to prepare the girl for the pageant, including personal trainers, talent coaches, speech coaches, and voice coaches. And all these expenses can add to thousands of dollars. A woman told Bankrate.com that her pageant classes cost $5,000 a week. There are other more tangible items that are also needed for pageants, including dresses, hair, and makeup, which add to the cost too. Lucia Peters claims in a 2014 story called "It Costs How Much to Be in a Beauty Pageant," written for Bustle.com, that beauty pageants can cost anywhere from $400 to $10,000. Now obviously that's a wide range of numbers, but the more custom the dress is, the more expensive, and a lot of people want custom dresses so that their daughter sticks out of the crowd. Lucia Peters also says that hair and makeup can cost $250 an hour, spray tans cost $75, and wigs can cost $200. So adding up all this money, the cheapest pageants cost around $1,800, while the most expensive cost $13,000. And in my opinion, young girls do not really want to be participating in these pageants. Parents should be spending money on beneficial activities like different clubs or sports. So when young girls compete in beauty pageants, a lot of what's being purchased is used to make them look older. And young girls should not be made to look older and like something they are not. At full glam pageants, girls are expected to have spray tans, fake hair, and a full face of makeup. They are also made older by wearing super short dresses that are a lot of times backless. As noted in a 2011 article by Darlene Fong called "Too Young for Beauty Pageants Teach Girls Wrong Values" for Highlight.org, young girls spend 4 hours in hair and makeup. Imagine being 5 years old and sitting in a makeup chair that long. And this makeup can turn a 5-year-old into looking like a 13-year-old. Amanda Walker says in the 2015 article titled "Inside the $5 billion Industry of Childhood Beauty Pageants" at Sky News, that girls that don't have all their teeth in yet often wear something called flippers, which are full teeth, and it's used to make them have more of a perfect, beautiful, mature smile. So after hours of hair and makeup, girls are expected to go prance on stage to be judged by their looks and really how old they look. According to a 2018 story called "Superficial Standard: Cloud Reality of True Beauty," written by Amelie Cansey for the Terrier Times, since these young girls are judged by their looks, they are taught that they need to be tall, thin, blonde, wear makeup, and act a certain way to be beautiful. And on Toddlers and Tiara, there are also pageants that are featured that young girls 5 to 9 years old compete in swimsuit competitions. And I do not think that is right, and I think that those children are being exploited because 5-year-olds should not be judged in a bikini. So now I'm going to show you my visual aid, which is this young girl, Yes, she looks beautiful, but she's actually only about 5 years old, and you can see the fake eyelashes, her fake teeth, her flipper, and her hair extensions. So young girls may be judged by their looks by someone else on stage, but in reality, a lot of times the person judging them the most is herself. Beauty pageants and social media have created such an unrealistic idea of beauty. Discovered by Nancy Betson and Kerrigan Edwards in a story for Rustler News in the 2020 article titled "Two Different Sides of Beauty Pageants." Beauty pageants are not only toxic for young girls, but they teach these unrealistic beauty standards. And children don't understand that these standards are not achievable and not real. Emily Regert said in a 2020 article titled "Beauty Pageants Can Lower Girls' Self-Esteem" for Lancaster Online that young participants are taught that natural beauty is not enough and they need enhancements like makeup to be beautiful. Emily Regert also stated that there's an idea of perfectionism in pageants which can lead to mental disorders including OCD, body dysmorphia, eating disorders, low self-esteem, and depression. These young girls are taught that they need to be perfect to be beautiful, and since they aren't perfect, no one's perfect, they're never going to be happy with themselves, which leads to these mental health disorders. According to Matrina Cartwright, a licensed dietitian with a PhD, she wrote in the 2018 article titled "What Beauty Pageants Teach Young Girls About Self-Worth and What We Can Do About It," that once these young girls retire from doing beauty pageants, they come into a bit of an they run into self-identity issues because they're no longer being dolled up all the time, so they don't feel beautiful and they don't know their natural beauty. And that can lead to mental health problems that can spiral into their adult life. So like I explained, beauty pageants are not only expensive, exploit young girls, but they also lower young girls' self-esteem. That's why girls younger than 18 should not participate in beauty pageants. Like I said, once girls are 18, they're old enough to understand that beauty pageants are everything. Young girls cannot see that beauty pageants are supposed to be fun, and they take them too seriously and can damage the way they view themselves. I'm going to end today with a quote that is, "Beauty is in the face. Beauty is not in the face. Beauty is in the heart," meaning that you may be physically beautiful, but all that matters is the beauty in your soul. Pan them around, pan them around.